I mean, that's probably
boy.
That's enough, isn't it? That's enough.
Right in the Conchers.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I can just feel the sweat dripping down my pinky. Wow.
Well, welcome back everybody to Andertons TV.
Absolutely.
I've been waiting for ages to do this video.
But it was planned, and then one got sold, and then we were waiting.
Then we sold some, and then we couldn't. Then Carlos couldn't join us for a call, and anyway, look. You've just heard, oh man, alive. Some of what Pete was playing there was just divine. But
it's inspirational. This.
Yes. So this is a brand new brand for 2022, called Castedosa guitars, and it is the brainchild and very much the sort of the family business of a guy called Carlos Lopez, who some of you may be familiar with. Because he was probably the sort of, over the last maybe 3 or 4 years, he was the sort of the guy, the Fender master builder that was becoming like the new go-to master builder.
Yeah.
So you obviously Fender have got an incredible history of builders like Todd Krause and Yuri Shishkov and Ron Thorne, and honestly it's
loads.
Like this, they're almost
not
like
loads, but
household names now, some of these guys, aren't they? Anyway, Carlos was you know, doing some amazing stuff at Fender. Probably each master builder kind of ends up quite often having a niche, like Dale Wilson will be like the go-to guy if you want the sort of the certain type of Strat. And then Todd Krause was the go-to guy for Eric Clapton and all this kind of stuff.
And Yuri Shishkov is just like the blingiest bling.
Oh, he does all the Fabergé egg thing.
Like, whoa, hello.
Funnily enough, that's my 54 is a Yuri Shishkov. Anyway, yes, honk honk. Anyway, Carlos kind of got a bit of an angle for doing slightly more unusual things. So he was like into things like reviving the Marauder. He did a guitar called a Brawler, which was a sort of baritone. Yeah. And it became kind of like that. He became like the guy, oh, what's Carlos going to come up with next? Yeah. We sadly had a whole line of these sort of Art Deco guitars that Carlos was going to build us. Yeah. And then, anyway, so Carlos decided to go it alone. Yeah. And do his own thing. So we decided to phone Carlos. We caught up with Carlos yesterday, and one of the questions I asked him was, what was it like kind of being at Fender? So here's Carlos.
To be honest, I love Fender, and I love their history and their brand, and I love all the guys there, and you know, a lot of the master builders are lifelong friends, and I still talk to them. You know, they come over, have a beer with me, and you know, and we just talk, and you know, it's just, we're friends. So you know, especially like Scott Buell and Dale Wilson, and you know, even Todd Krause would you know, send me text messages, and a lot of them are really just proud, and that's really just an honor in itself, you know, because you know, just working with Todd, you know, was a huge honor for me, and you know, and it was just always just like a job, you know. I didn't really think about it, but now that I stop and think about it, man, we did a lot of cool things, and I was really blessed and honored to be a part of these huge projects that he was doing. You know, it was like the Robbie Robertson guitars, and you know, we did a few for Robin Trower, David Gilmour, Eric Clapton, you know, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, you know, the who's who of the, you know, guitar gods. You know, I've was a part of it, and then on my short stint as a master builder myself, you know, just with working with different artists. So, you know, I feel like I earned my right to you know, to have kind of the status, I guess, that I have now, and the popularity or whatever you want to call it. I feel like I've earned all of that.
Thanks for that, Carlos. So the guitar I have here, he still sort of is into his traditional kind of materials and stuff, you know. So you got older bodies, you got a quarter sawn maple neck. Here's roasted. So if you look on the back of it, it's got this. He's got sort of a magic touch for the relicking, you know, and he really loves doing it. And you know, if you don't like relic, then fine, whatever. Don't comment, because I love it. And so this whole thing here, I love the way that sort of, what is that, almost like,
a reverse sunburst.
Yeah, it's a reverse sunburst. You got a rosewood board on here with the inlays are not square. They are, well, what do you call these?
Got like sort of rounded edges.
Rounded edges on them. It's a mastery bridge and trem system here. I just love the way that this guitar looks with the pearl tuners. I've got a penchant for guitars with these kind of vintage tuners, but with the sort of pearloid on in there. You know, I think even these little knobs are something he's done himself. 5-way selector switch, all CTS pots in here. His wife, Stephanie, has made these P90s in here, so she runs all the pickups,
yeah.
And of course, the color is burnt marshmallow, and I remember looking at some of the stuff that Fender Costume Shop would post of his on their website or on his Instagram or what he did on his own, and his colors are always like wow, like Cadillac, AIDS Cadillac green or burnt marshmallow and all that stuff.
He's an artist,
he's an artist, and you know, I respect him for the choice he's made, because there's a lot about his family and stay home and spending time with them and so on. That's very important. And in here, even further than just the color, there's a built-in fuzz circuit it's called Rasa fuzz circuit. So you got a fuzz and an octave, and these two little switches here is how much fuzz and how much octave. And I mean, this guitar's just blown me away. I mean, look.
I kind of feel like
serial number 32.
We should hear some tones from here, and then we'll go back to Carlos, because I kind of, interestingly, Carlos was very much like, I don't want to get too drawn into the custom options for this guitar. Like, colours and pickup choices is your options, but for him, he was like, I really think I've got something here with the vibe of the guitar, the shape, the neck, the profile of the neck, the way it feels in the hand. He said, so that kind of stuff is like that. That's what you get. You're going to get that guitar. This is called the Concher, by the way. Both models are called the Concher.
Yeah.
But look, before we go back to Carlos talking about the concept, I just think, Pete, you just got to play us some guitar, some stuff. Maybe we'll leave the fuzz bits until the second bit of the video.
That's going to be a surprise.
Just get some haunting, beautiful, clean tones.
It's just 12-inch radius and jumbo Jessica frets here, and as you said, it's got this kind of V shape that sort of goes into a flatter radius down at the end here, which is just gorgeous to hold.
And if you haven't worked it out already, it's a 27-inch scale length baritone. It's like Yo-Yo Ma when you hear literally a cellist hit some of those notes, and it's just, wow, you only played 2 notes and I interrupted you, but I love it.
But what happened was, when I played that, I played this kind of, and then you get the low B in this case.
Interesting. So that middle position is all 3 pickups, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it's very different with the P90s. Are different. 3 P90s. I look at it and I go, and then when I listen to it, I go, yeah. There's something about 3 P90s. I mean, there's just something magic about this guitar. End of story. It's expensive. I mean, we're not going to but if you want, as you said, if you want a master built Fender, that's 10 grand, easy, right? These are not that, but it's still expensive. But it's, in my opinion, it's absolutely worth it. I'm getting goosebumps here, man.
I kind of think
honestly,
there's two levels.
It's crazy.
First and foremost, every guitar player should go and buy a baritone guitar. We do Squire baritones, we do Chapman baritones, we do Gretsch baritones. They start from 300 or 400 quid, and it's just a whole nother inspiration to play your guitar. There'll be people that will want to buy Carlos Lopez guitars because they might be thinking, maybe they're collectors, and they're going, oh, if I can get one of the really early ones, like low serial number ones, you know, maybe that's like it. And then there'll be, you know, professional musicians just going, that's the sound. And I'm thinking of, and I'm not going to necessarily give anything away here, but in the conversation we were having with Carlos yesterday, he may have been wearing an Ariel Posen cap. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean that is the ultimate.
That for me, he's the guy that is pushing the whole.
Yeah, and Joey Landreth, and there's a couple of. But I mean, this guitar it's blowing me away, man.
Should we listen to another little bit of clip from? So anyway, here is Carlos again talking about the sort of the concept behind the Concha.
Well, I've been working with the Baritones, you know, for a bit, and you know, I did the Brawlers at Fender.
Yeah, that's one.
You know, those were something that, you know, I didn't really expect to get any, you know, like a positive response. I didn't really know. I just kind of did it, and that's always kind of been my attitude. It was just, I want to do it and try it and see what happens, and if I fail, you know, I'll assess and, you know, change things. But I got to a certain point where, you know, everything that I was doing, people were digging it, and I was like, wow, I'm onto something. I was listening, and so I was, you know, I just kind of went with it. So, you know, working with like Ariel Posen and working with and seeing guys like Mark Lettieri and you know, seeing, you know, what they're doing with the baritone, and you know, it inspired me really, the Baritone session album that Mark Lettieri did. It really opened my eyes to where music is going, and you know, I don't know if I'm right or wrong yet, but I kind of want to be in the mix or in the conversation when it comes to the evolution of music, I guess. And I think that's really my goal. I want to change. I don't want to be stuck in, you know, just making, you know, traditional guitars, and you know, even including the fuzz circuit in it. I want to see I want to mess with sounds. I want to explore. I want to, you know, and then I've said it in other interviews that, you know, I'm really just the tool maker right now, and no, I'm just a tool maker, and you know, I'm just waiting for, you know, the missing piece of the puzzle, and that's really the artist to kind of gravitate towards these instruments and create a new sound, you know, a new genre, anything. But I want to be attached to it somehow.
So, well, thank you very much for that. I think the rest of this video is now, we'll just get into the sort of the tones. Now, as I said before, the only real options you get on these Concha guitars is to decide what color you want and what pickup combination you want.
Yeah, this is what I'll get this. Maybe purple.
We've got a few of these on order, so again, over the, you know, when you hit the website below, I'm not sure which colors and models you'll see. Obviously, if you see, actually, where is the serial number on this? Yeah, if you see a green one with serial number 040,
and this has got 032.
Right, if you see these, then these are the actual ones that we've got in the video.
There was a purple one the night before. I was like, I'm going to go and try it, and it was just sold.
We've ordered some other colors as well. So I kind of feel like
this color is.
I've got here humbuckers and mini humbuckers as a combination. That's no pedals. I can't, you know what? My favorite sound actually is with quite a gnarly drive pedal, but where, you know, if I don't, feels like it needs reverb, doesn't it?
just
wow.
going. Yeah.
So
it's
anyway,
incredible. They're incredible.
I will just do. I'll just literally just do tones with no pedals. So. It's just got like an old jazz box kind of vibe to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that's, you can do all that, can you? I'm just going to round of applause now whilst everyone at home joins me. Wow! I was a bit rusty in that stuff, but it's just such a good guitar, and I can't believe how easy it plays. It's got 13s on it.
You've got like a wooden switch tip.
Yeah.
That's such a little cool detail, isn't it? I like the fact that the back plate on yours looks like it's on fire.
And you can see through here, so you can see inside the. You could on that one because I looked at that one, and you can see the. I mean, this guitar is absolutely
I kind of feel like
amazing.
At some point I'll finish the 5-position switch, but. Can I suggest that you don't buy one of these guitars unless you've got an amp with at least a 2x12 cabinet and some decent speakers?
Yeah, it'll just smash.
The intonation is so nailed on these.
I mean,
I feel like we'll get Pete to play a little bit of this one as well.
I don't know what to say. It's just incredible, honestly.
I'll show you the case and the case candy.
This comes with a white snakeskin case.
Does it?
Yeah.
And this comes with like a brown. Yeah. Is that crocodile skin or something? I mean, it's all fake crocodile skin, obviously.
Well, unless he's been out there catching them himself.
Carlos R. Lopez Jr. There we are. Certificate.
All the specs on there.
Yeah. So. What didn't we tell you about this? I'm pretty sure we told you about all this. Beautiful. Yeah, all his own brand pickups. We said that before. This is called Aged Cadillac Green.
That's it. Aged Cadillac Green. It makes it look like he's smiling.
Clues and tuners.
Yeah. Mastery Brits and that. This also just makes it's a difference. You know, if you are a Jazzmaster fan or whatever has got these bridges on, this is just the penultimate trem system, in my opinion.
Do you know what he calls the neck, the tinted neck finish?
What? Tell me.
Dark mole. Dark mole tinted neck finish. I mean, he even went to the depths of buying 25 moles and choosing which mole he liked the colour of the best, and then basing an entire colour on his favourite mole. Can you hold that while I grab the case? Just want to show you. I mean, there's a little bit of me going, you expect to be blown away with all this kind of stuff when you're just about to drop 6,000 quid on a guitar, but it's rather nice, isn't it?
Yeah, you need that. What's in the case there? What's in the...
I don't know, actually.
What have we got in the strap?
Strap. Is it? What strap?
Levi's.
It's a Levi's strap.
Levi?
And some Allen keys and the little thing from Andertons with a photo of some complete ugly mug on there saying thanks for buying this and that we've checked it all out and it's all okay. Man,
I tell you, can I have this? Right, I just want to put on it's a bit of drive for. So here's just the Halcyon. I think these guitars are not like they're not the You know, I mean, you can do it, but these, because the way that they're set up and where it's looked and all that stuff, it is more, you know, it's like a groove thing, isn't it?
I bet Rabir would have fun on one of these.
Yeah, absolutely, because you can do all those, as I did all those drony things, it's wonderful. Saying that though, but this is more, you know, it's we're into. I mean, like this. Okay, just be ready for this. So no, be ready.
Okay, be ready.
Brace yourself.
Okay,
brace yourself.
Brace.
So that's the fuzz on.
Okay.
I'll turn it all the way down.
So this is what, like a level and a tone or something, is it?
That's the volume. That's the fuzz. From one guitar, man, into a clean DP40 amp, which you never would expect
someone
to do that.
Like someone like Jay Mascis, or like a, you know, like an up and coming version of him, is going to get one of these guitars
and just
create a new genre of music.
Yeah. I mean, already, I'm telling you this. I don't want to let this go. This guitar, because it's so good. It's so inspiring.
The fuzz circuit is an option. You can decide to have whatever pickup combination you want with or without the fuzz circuit. Would you mind maybe doing the honours of this one, and then on the jam out I'll play the
yes,
burnt marshmallow one.
Yeah, I'll just okay. Hang on.
I mean, it's just doing.
That's nice, that pickup in the middle, isn't it?
It's doing it. It's almost transformed it into another guitar. But I suppose it's just that classic difference between a single coil pickup and a humbucker. It's just,
it's got that.
It's got.
These guitars are wonderful, man. Honestly, but they're just like it's just
Some of those tones have got to be up there with the best I've ever heard you
it's
sound
some
on
great
the guitar.
tones, isn't it? I'm so unbelievably into these guitars.
If you were trying to be like a solo guitar player now, I get it that if you're in a band and you're doing sessions and stuff like that, maybe a conventional guitar is more what you go for. But I think if you were doing the solo guitar career now, I think you probably would go down this route. Just to carve yourself out a slightly different angle.
I mean, I can absolutely see. Have you talked about it before? They want to do an EP at some point. I know Ariel did one where he's only playing guitar, and I think he's doing sort of a similar thing, but just sitting like noodling like this and recording whatever comes out. Because this all just came out. I haven't made any of this up. It is on the spot, and that's why it's just amazing. Honestly, I get tickles.
Well, there we are. So, these guitars,
honestly, I'm just going to say the Flint with the tremolo extra reverb and the Starlight, and then an Origin. You get.
Well, look, so both these guitars are going back into our guitar gallery now, and any future deliveries of that we'll go there. So you'll be able to phone up the guys and pop in and see them, or do a video call and find out a little bit more about them.
And follow Carlos as well, because he puts stuff out, and they're all wonderful guitars. If you want your own one, I'm sure he'd call us and then.
Well, I think pretty much every guitar that he builds, he photographs and tells you which dealer it's going to. Yeah. So you can find it if you.
Just put this right. You just go that.
It's the big. You don't even have to. It's the big reverb, a little bit of compression.
A lot of reverb there going straight into the front of the amp.
I kind of.
But that makes it.
It's a different sound. all of a sudden I'm playing a slightly different thing. Oh, that's the whole point, isn't it?
There we go. Oh, this video is going to be 15 minutes long.
It should be 15 minutes long. Let's jam out.
Okay.
I kind of feel like the challenge, the gauntlet is laid down to you guys out there to go and get a baritone guitar. Some of you will be lucky enough to shop at this end. Some of you will be shopping, priced low to high, whatever. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Get it and find your inspiration. It's wicked. It's wicked. Right. Onwards. Jamming out.
Yeah.
Anything or just calling it a day?
No, I think we should jam again. I want to play all day long on these.